Hello all of my new internet friends. I'm going to do another comic book review, and this one is The Mighty Thor. But I'm going to rename this one The Sexy Thor, because this is a very sexy comic. I mean, even the cover's quite erotic. It's given us a bit of a bonk on. There we have got Chris Hemsworth there as Thor, Tom Hiddleston as his brother Loki, and there we have this beautiful woman, this absolute stunner. I mean, look at her, she is perfect. Her name is Laura, and the plot of this one is a lot like Shrek 2, but sexy. Laura has given Chris Hemsworth a love potion, so now he is madly in love with her, hence the cover with him worshipping her. And I must say, I am jealous of Tom Hiddleston here. I wish I was him, with this beautiful woman draped on my shoulder lovingly, but I'm not him. I'm overweight and repellent to women. So as I said, Chris Hemsworth is high on a love potion. He's madly in love with Laura. When I was little, when I was about that big, I used to fantasize about having a love potion myself, giving it to girls I fancied and them being madly in love with me. But now I don't fantasize about that because that is rape. But controversially, I must say, when a man gives a woman a love potion, that is wrong. But when a beautiful, stunning woman gives a man a love potion and makes him her love slave, it is so fucking sexy. It is like one of the most arousing things ever. It's still wrong, but it gets us going. What happens is, Thor's mate here, he's played by Idris Elba, but here he is in whiteface, so it's being racist. Racist Idris Elba comes to the conclusion that Thor is under the spell of a love potion, which is a really specific conclusion to come to, but he comes to it, and he calls in this woman here. She is Laura's sister, and I must say, as picturesque and heavenly as Laura is, this is the one you want to marry. They are sisters as well. Some people have that weird sexual fantasy of like having a threesome with sisters. I don't know why, because that is incest and that is wrong. But like that's probably considered the most accepted version of incest. But to me, it's still just as disgusting as father and daughter. But I will say, if she was like not related to her, like if there was no blood relation whatsoever, I could get on board with that threesome. Then what happens is, oh, this bit is so sexy, right? Laura's sister tries to get Chris Hemsworth out of her spell by giving him a big kiss. And then Laura shows up and gives him another kiss. Oh, the lucky bugger, he's been kissed by the two most beautiful women in all of fairyland in the same page. And look at Laura's lips there, like, oh, I'd like to kiss her. And there you can see that they are happy and in love and stuff. I must point out as well, not to sound too much like I am defending the woman for raping the man with a love potion, but before the love potion, they were going out, they were kissing and flirting, and they were in a relationship and stuff. So if anything, really, she's just wasted a love potion. And then what happens next is, oh god, yeah, this bit's horrible. They bring in Thor's ugly ex-girlfriend, and I'm not being mean there, they have drawn her to be really ugly. I mean, she looks about 70 there, and to be honest, she is just bitter that Thor has moved on with a beautiful new woman. And this is again where it makes the love potion not sexy. He should just be her slave. But no, the love potion is making him hit other women. That is just wrong. That is... I'm surprised that Thor managed to do more after part 359. Because after this one, he will be forever known as a woman beater. Horrible man. And then he goes back to Laura, and then they're madly in love, and Laura leaves on this weird bird thing. And... oh, this bit annoyed us as well, because Laura's sister and racist Idris Elba, they're scheming and conniving ways to get Thor out of the spell. And just look at how happy Thor is there. I mean, if you ignore all the sexual politics and rape arguments, there's something sweet about being that happy, that in love with someone, that devoted, that content. But they've got to go and ruin the sexy, both the sexy atmosphere and just the happiness by making it all about, oh, he's under control. Right. She tells Chris Hemsworth to follow Laura, and he walks in on Laura having sex with his brother. It's like EastEnders, a fancy dress. And then Chris Hemsworth goes to hit his brother, and Laura's like, no, don't do that. You can't do that because you're just so passionately in love with me. Look at me. I mean, you can't. All you want when I'm in the room, all you want to do is you want to kiss and love me. Why don't you not get on the floor and like worship me like the goddess I am? And I'll tell you what, while we're at it, while you're down there worshipping me, you worm, and how beautiful I am, why don't you not just watch as I fuck your brother right in front of you? And at this point, I really want to go for a wank. So I'll just say Thor has a good fight with his brother. There's an advert on the back with Captain America, the best superhero in all the world of all time. This is a very good comic. I rate it 7 thumbs up. Please, please don't rape people.